wonderful time of the year. Hockey is back. First exhibition game. Hockey is back, and so are we as exhibition is about to get underway. The Rangers kick things off by winning the opening faceoff, and here we go. Locks it into the offensive zone. Hughes moves the puck. Penalty coming up here.
Well, an early penalty here is going to put them in a vulnerable spot, James. They got to figure out a way to kill it off and gain some momentum.
The Devils will have a chance to get on the power play for the first time this evening.
First power play opportunity of the game, and to set the tempo, the trend on the specialty team unit.
Here's the shot. That one misses and will play on.
Well, you spend so much time trying to create scoring chances, and when you do, you gotta find the back of the net. At the very least, hit it, James.
And the puck hops out of the offensive zone. They'll be forced to regroup. Tries to get this man advantage going from their own end now. Right up the gut into the offensive end. Shot. Nothing. The Rangers move the puck in the defensive zone. Hammers the shot. Denies him in close.
What a fantastic save from a high-danger scoring area, James. And, I mean, he's bailing his team out. They have to do a better job of protecting the middle of the ice.
Brad's been nabbed for roughing. A little more room out there with a little 4-on-4.
4-on-4 can be pretty confusing when it comes to coverage. You know that your defense have the forwards, but the forwards have to be able to contain the D as well. So it's complete defense out there.
Taken by Tierney. Oh, and he had the answer on that one. Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. Still looking for our first goal. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. Penalty expires, and the PP unit gets set to go to work. On the attack along the boards. The Devils get a hold of the puck undermanned. From the point, looks to make something happen. On their heels, trying to clear. And they get the puck out of the zone, and that's a break for the squad.
Oh, yeah, this PK unit, they're out there for a reason, James. You have to be able to clear the puck, and it's easier said than done, but they make no mistake this time.
The Rangers sliding through center. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. New York's power play comes up empty-handed. We're back to even strength on the ice. And he turns that one aside.
You can have all the ozone possession time on a power play in the world and you don't convert. Why? Because that's where you have it, on the out. Wait a second, James. I believe there's going to be a call right there. An infraction happens. Coaches hate stick infractions. They're real frustrating. You're right there. You're in and around the puck. You go fishing and you wind up in the box.
Another chance here on the man advantage.
They haven't scored on the power play yet, but they have another opportunity. The key to this one, gain possession so they can set up.
The Devils win the draw. And he takes a shot. Denied by the puck stopper.
Well, this is a really great save, James. I mean, you can see that he's battling for position. You can see him moving up and down as his eyes are trying to track and find the puck. That's outworking your opponent and finding a way to make the save.
Heischer's looking to win this draw on this man advantage here. Off the draw, and a nice job locking up his opponent. Scooped up along the wall by Hischer. Way too much congestion blocks that. Moves it quickly over to Hughes. Oh, what a stop on the play. Looks to make a play over to Jefferson. The Rangers have it now. Grabs the puck here in their own end. Looking for space inside the D zone. Working the puck deep inside their own end.
Come on.
They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. Moves it over to Smith. Takes it from the right side. And there's the save. And it's a quick pass to Hischier. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Haula. Puck picked up by Hischier. Off the post!
Gotta love offense, James, and the ability to score goals. And this one just goes right off the pipe. That's frustrating.
Time's up on the power play. Both teams back to even strength. Scores!
But your coach is preaching all the time. Take away the eyes of the goaltender. What does that mean? It means you get yourself in front of that net, whether it's a double stack, a double screen, whatever you can do so that the goaltender can't find the puck. And he couldn't. As he drops to that butterfly, he tries to make himself as big as possible, but he can't catch up to the puck.
The Devils have been the dominant team here midway through the first period, and they lead it. Look at that hit. Maybe try to wear down the opponents here. The Rangers look to start the transition game. Takes the feed. Moves it to Pratt. Picking up momentum across the zone here on the right side. New York's got a hold of it against the wall. With the bank pass.
That's how you get north in a hurry. Fantastic stretch pass.
Too much congestion in front. Wow, what a stop by Sheldron. And a heads-up kick pass over to his teammate. Feeds it down low. Picked up along the boards by Hart. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Quick pass to Hughes. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. New York's got a hold of the puck. Slides it diagonally to Bell. Fires it into the offensive zone. The Devils scoop it up along the boards. Oh, what a hit along the boards!
As a power forward in the game, you go north-south, and guess what? You deliver bone-crushing hits, just like that one.
Puck dumped in, and the D's going to change here. The Devils will play it from the defensive zone. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Can't hang on to the puck after the play. Kolsnikovs takes it into the offensive end. Oh, what a save with the glove by Sheldron! Oh, surprise, surprise. We got a fight between these two.
Well, listen, when you're playing your rival, there's always pent-up energy before you even step on the ice. You feel it in the crowd, you feel it in the room, you feel it on the bench, and they're feeling it on the ice.
And that was just another reminder that these two teams just simply hate each other, Cheryl.
Yeah, they don't like one another, James, and it's all about finding out who has the upper hand, and that's the reason why they just went toe-to-toe. Woo!
Both teams lined up in the face-off circle after the ice was finally decluttered moments ago. The Devils get a hold of the puck in their own end. And now he passes up to LaBerge. New Jersey's got the puck against the half wall. Here's the pass. New Jersey's got another opportunity here on the man advantage.
They haven't scored on their power play yet. They've earned this opportunity. They'll get another look at it, look for different adjustments to be made.
Breaks it and rips it! Taken along the wall by Haula. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Smith.
New York's been excellent tonight, James. They found ways to work hard on and off of the puck, and when they're away from it, they've really done a great job of being in good position to be able to take away lanes and angles, seams, you name it. But it has to translate to something. This is still a close game.
The Rangers will play it in their own end. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. From the right wing, he moves it to the middle. And he'll take a moment to regroup back at center. From the defensive zone, they move the puck around. Robertson. New York's got it in their own zone. More time off the clock as they grab the puck. Looking for space inside the D zone. Puck moved over to Robertson. Through center. And now it's over to Lim. The Rangers looking against the half wall. The Devils come up empty-handed on the power play. Both sides back to even strength.
Well, there's players on the bench that would kill for that opportunity. Just no urgency whatsoever from that power play unit and didn't generate any momentum.
Tosses it on to Hischier. Dumped in and they'll go get some fresh legs. New Jersey's got the puck along the boards. Can't connect. Good use of the body on that play. And now he tries to get it across to Pitlick. Pokes it away in his own end. And he takes the pass. Oh, making his presence felt with the hit. New Jersey's got it in their own zone. Right through center and into the offensive zone. Stops him with a glove. The Devils have created a lot of scoring chances so far, and they lead it late in this first period. New York's won the face-off deep in their own end. Scoops up the puck now.
Fire it! Fire it!
Shot! And he hits! Scores! And they beat the buzzer at Detroit right here in the period.
They always say, James, that to start a period and to finish periods at critical times, and they get one here. They go to the dressing room with a lot of momentum. I really love the fight for position here, James. He gets that second shot opportunity off of the rebound, and he makes no mistake over the glove of the goaltender.
And we're moments away from getting back underway here with the puck drop. First period is in the books. The next 20 minutes is on deck next here on ESPN. Both teams with a chance to recharge and refresh, and this second period about set to get underway. Looking for that go-ahead goal here as the play is underway in the second. Well, Cheryl, how do you sum this one up through the first 20 minutes?
New Jersey's got to take a different approach in this second period. They need to hold on to the puck. They were getting rid of it way too fast, not making smart decisions, and the pass execution was not there.
Lots of time left in this period. We got a tie game. Drives to the paint. Oh, what a save!
That doesn't swing momentum in.
Scores! The go-ahead goal puts them in front.
Well, and this has been trending to happen, James. They've been closing on the puck quickly since an upward trajectory as this game's progressed, and they find the back of the net. Well, James, this is a fast goal. Why? Because he just snaps it home. That quick release just beats the goaltender. No chance to set up.
The Devils have gone in front by one here in the second period.
Yeah, and it certainly changes the mindset when you're ahead by one in a very close deadlock game, James. Now they got to push the pace, put the pedal to the metal, and try and figure out a way to cash in again.
Taken down, the officials caught it. And the Blades whistle dead. Here's the call.
Well, everyone has a job and a role to do, and guess what? It's about PK execution right now. They have the one goal lead. Now they're protecting it.
The Rangers send their man advantage in it once more.
Well, a timely power play at this juncture of the game, James, to even it up. This is huge for this power play. Your big stars, they need to shine.
Handles the puck at the point. Here's a shot. Oh, what a save! He gloved that one. Dowling's recognizing they're still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. New Jersey's going to start with the puck on their own end. New York's got a hold of the puck now. Working the puck deep inside their own end. A chance to get it out of the defensive zone. Blocked at the line and kept in.
You can see it in the body language. The PK unit knows that they need to do a better job. You retrieve it, you got to get it down the ice. Instead, now you're a tired group trying to ward off a potent offensive power play.
Heischer's ready for the draw as they continue to be shorthanded here. The Devils win the draw on their own end. Here inside the defensive zone, they get the puck. And they get the puck out of the danger zone. From center, they get into the attacking area. Oh, how did he keep it out? What a blocker stop by Sheldron. Puck is cleared out of the defensive zone. Broken up with the stick in the defensive zone. Big time save on the one-timer. Hammers one from the pole. Oh, turns it aside once again. New Jersey's looking to break out. And it's poked away in the neutral zone. Nice heads-up play there. Works it across to Smith. And he coughs it up with the pass. And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. The Rangers get a hold of the puck along the boards. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. And they'll go off for a change after dumping it in. Skates across the blue line. Tries to get the puck over to Jones. The Rangers have it now. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. Takes it and looks ahead. Blazing in on the breakaway. Oh, what a save on the play!
Well, James, I think he might have gotten in too tight here when he was selling the fake, but a nice save by the goaltender.
The Devils gain control of the puck against the wall. Directed over to Kukoyevich. Here they come. Oh, and he delivers a thunderous hit check. And they'll dump it in. Puck set down the ice. We'll get an icing. Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. New Jersey's got a slim lead. They lead it 2-1. The Rangers win it in the defensive zone.
Huge win by the center to give his team an opportunity to get out of the zone after a critical icing.
Here's a shot. Oh, and he somehow got a little piece of it, and it stays out of the net. New Jersey's got the puck in the defensive end. Now a quick pass to Dowling. And a smart heads-up play to put that away by Bell. Puck bounces into the bench, and we'll get a face-off. Past the midway mark in this period, we've got a 2-1 game. Dowling's won possession. And now he moves it to Foot. And forces a huge turnover here with the steal.
The Rangers have been playing great defense. Oh, well, there's going to be a call on that one, James.
Takes the feed at center and moves up ahead. Great reach with the poke check. The Rangers take it along the wall. And the puck leaves the zone going back to center ice. There's the whistle. Let's get the call from the officials.
Important task for the PKers ahead of them, up by 1, and a real opportunity protected.
Another chance here on the man advantage.
On a 1-goal deficit on the power play now, you have to take advantage. You have to find a way to get the coverage moving and find good scoring opportunities.
They'll want to clear the zone here while they're trying to kill off this penalty. Gets it out of his own end. Hart's lugging the puck. Off the left wing and into center. Easily turned away by the goaltender with the glove. New York's regained possession of the puck. New Jersey's got possession while undermanned. Battle along the boards. He grabs the puck here at the point. Angles it over to Pitlick. keep it out. Headman pass.
Great vision to see that stretch pass.
Change it up! Change up! Clear the puck!
Here's a chance to get it out of their own end. Well, they can't clear, but they maintain possession. Knocked away by Ward. New York's looking to break out of their own end. Here's a stretch pass to Ward. Pad save with ease. Penalty expires with the one-goal lead still intact. Nice job by the penalty killers.
Well, that's a miss. Hold on a second, James. There's going to be a call on this as you see the official signaling a penalty. This is not the way they wanted the game to go. Just undisciplined, taking a ton of penalties. They'll have to reset and refocus if they want to find a way to get on top.
The Devils once again send out their power play unit.
Man, power plays can be tough when you're not scoring, but it's all about the now. Not disrupting the flow of the game, but giving you energy.
Quick shot! Misses a golden opportunity there.
Hockey is a game of inches, and you know these athletes take so many shots on net in practice, and in this one, just over-rotate, under-rotate, but nonetheless misses the net.
Denies him! He got all of it! And the puck stopper jumps on top of it to get a stoppage in play. Now lining up here for the face-off after a great shift there, Cheryl.
Yeah, in the offensive zone, they have all the momentum. Would be surprised to see a little stall at the face-off here to give their goaltender a little extra breather because he has been under siege, and you can see it on his face. He needs some rest.
And he handles the cross-ice pass. Trying to get the puck out of his own end. Oh, and it's blocked and kept in.
Well, this is a huge miscue, and you know the coach isn't going to like this. Instead of being on the offense and on the attack, you wind up back on your heels.
The Devils gain possession. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Gaining speed through center, and here they come on the attack. From the point, they take control of it. What a steal in his own end.
Limbs up and ready to get back on the ice.
Both sides are evened up as the power play has expired.
James, hockey is about managing the momentum shifts in a game, and this PK unit has certainly delivered in that area. 100%. Doesn't get better than that. Well, the officials aren't going to let this go on, James. There's going to be coincidental calls here. No harm, no foul, though. Both of them are going to the box.
Set to drop.
On a 4-on-4, you can expect all players on the ice when you're possessing the puck to activate. You have to be able to support the puck carrier, and if you're a defender, you know you're jumping into a lane going north.
Look at him. Oh, spectacular save right there. Wow.
Unbelievable. I mean, it was all but in, and he steals it because of that last-ditch attempt to find the puck. Just incredible save, James.
Puts it on net. Reaches out with the trapper and just gets enough of it to keep it out of the net. Penalty coming up as the play's blown dead.
Tough spot to be in. You need momentum, and you give it back by going on the PK when you're trailing by 1.
New Jersey's up against the clock with a 4-on-3 power play here.
Setup at a face-off is everything. Possession trumps everything on a 4-on-3 face-off, and this is exactly what they needed to do. Get it to the net.
Takes the puck as the clock ticks down on the penalty kill.
Hughes is creating a ton of energy out there because of his drive and compete level. I mean, he is off balance, stumbling, and still manages to find the puck and get it to the net. This creates a scoring chance. Yeah, it doesn't go in, but what it does is it creates energy for his entire team as they build momentum.
Pavelski stick handling in his own zone. Moves it on over to Smith. Dishes it to Pavelski. And they'll just dump it in and go for a line change. Slides it across to Bratt. Fires it. Big stop just as time expires in the period. Well, there you go. We played 40 minutes. Final chance for the coaches to push their messages home, and we'll see the third period coming up. 2 down, 1 to go. Third period, they're ready to drop the puck. The Rangers win the draw and get their penalty-killing unit off to a good start. Kolsnikov carries the puck in his own zone. Scrum ensues along the boards. The Devils grab possession of the puck. Answered the call on that play.
Goaltender spends so much time doing tracking exercises, and it's utilized right here as he knows where this puck is coming from, and he makes the save.
The Devils' man advantage is over.
Took another great job on the PK, James, knowing exactly where to be at the right times and knowing what your opponent is thinking, and real effective job there.
Hart's moving the puck through his own zone. Oh, look at this chance. Gets a piece of it to keep it out. Quick pass across to Hart. Snaps one from the slot. And that goes off course off a body. Handles the pass. They are swarming around like bees here in the O-zone. And they'll skate it out of the zone. Bratt's going to play it against the half wall. Quick feed to Hughes. Great save.
Well, the shooter's in a coveted spot on the ice, right in the middle of it with a good look, and he makes an incredible save by getting spread of the puck and turning it aside.
Oh, great poke save by the Tendy. And they're going to go off for a line change after sending the puck in. The Devils move the puck in the defensive zone. Gets the puck in deep. Kolsnikov takes it inside his own end. Down the right side and into the zone. Quick shot. Here's a shot. Oh, glove save and a beauty. New Jersey's been the better team tonight. They have turned good defense into solid offense, and they lead here in the third. And they take possession after the defensive zone faceoff. Puck sent in, and that will allow for a fresh group of forwards to get out on the ice. Pushes it across to Bell. Sends it deep inside the offensive zone. Takes the feed.
First pass leads to the offense. That's a great one.
Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. Devastating hit, and what a jolt of energy for the bench, too. Oh, he's going to get called on that slash. Right up Main Street and on the attack. And the puck stopper tags his man to get the extra attacker on the ice. And here comes the judgment from the official.
Well, the penalty killers are going to have to be the task on this one, protecting that one-goal lead.
And they'll roll the power play unit right back out.
Power plays are a funny thing, especially when you're down by one, James. You have to act as if you are the hunter, and you have to possess that puck and attack.
Here's a short pass to Hart. Back to the point it goes. And the stick, his best friend on that save right there. Heischer's side still short-handed here as they slide in for the faceoff. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Great use of the twig as he pokes that one away. He's got a little jump. All alone. Stones him on the breakaway. Sagan's got the puck, and he's going to hang on. Hope everyone's enjoying the game here tonight. Another big face-off here on this power play. The Rangers come up with the defensive zone draw. Feeds the puck across to Ward. The Rangers played along the boards. Shot! Stick save, just got a piece of it with that one. Trying to come up with a huge defensive play to get this puck out of his own end. The Devils will try to shave a few seconds off this penalty now. And he's ridden off the puck. And they get the puck out of the defensive end.
Well, this game looks like it's going right down to the wire, James. And one of the most important things to do now is make sure you make good blue line decisions.
Tries to clear the puck. New Jersey's lead is still intact after a solid effort by the penalty-killing unit.
James, as only a PK player, never on the power play, knew how important it was to preserve a lead. And you get that call to get out there, and you want to deliver for your team because you know how much it means to them and yourself. So getting out there, good habits, and finding a way to get it done, it's exactly what this group did.
At center ice now, he grabs the puck. The Rangers moving ahead. Change is coming up front as they send the puck in. New Jersey's got a hold of the puck. Looking to set up offensively. Sends it into the offensive zone. The Rangers will play it from the defensive zone. The Devils ready to go on the attack. Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. Takes a shot. Too many bodies in the way. A shot. Oh, he just had enough of that to keep it out. Picked up along the wall by Jones. Takes the puck along the boards. And he takes the feed. And the long-range shot goes off target. Oh, and some lost momentum as the puck leaves the zone. And he'll swing around behind the net to play the puck. Quick pass to Kolesnikov. Plays the puck up ahead. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. And some good footwork to kick it away. Witherspoon's taking it from his own end. New York's got the puck here in the open ice. Moves it quickly over to Ward. They go on the attack through center.
The Devils' top line is on the ice, and anytime they're on the ice, they create opportunity. It's because of their motion and their gifted offensive talents. They love the offensive zone. It's their playground.
Battle ensues for that loose puck along the boards. Less than 60 seconds to play in this tight one. And makes the routine save. Goaltenders made their way to the bench. They've got the extra attacker. They desperately need to find some offense here. Hammers a shot. Oh, and he comes up with a big stop there. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. Carl Bade has been with us all night, standing by once again at ringside.
Pratt's been able to contribute by generating scoring chances, and you know his teammates appreciate it. I think he's been the player that stood out for me, guys.
Along the wing up the neutral zone. Picked up by Bell.
The Rangers have been stealing pucks all
Fires to the empty net. Scores into the empty net. Pepper, I feel like you must have had a few empty netters in your day.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I was on the back end. I didn't have hands. So when I scored one, listen, I celebrated. I was down and out, fist pumping everywhere, even when it was the empty net.
New Jersey's been the better team tonight, and after that empty netter, that should pretty much seal the win for them there.
Well, I like the way they've played and they had an urgency at the end of the game here. They're rewarded with the empty netter. They should have this one in the bag.
That's all she wrote from this one. New York's result is a disappointing one for the club, but hey, they were right there in it. They pulled the goalie. I mean, this wasn't a two-goal game.
No, it wasn't. I mean, the deficit was only one, but yeah, as the game's winding down, you got to look for an advantage, and it's pulling your goaltender that's going to give you it. They just didn't work out.
Hope everyone had as much fun as we did here tonight. For all of us at EA Sports, I'm James Cebulski saying peace.